By practicing a form of yoga in a way to examine yourself, it's a form of jnana yoga, knowledge, which is coding based, reflective type of examination, keeping the intent in the forefront. In other words, why do anything? Establishing an intent into your archetypical form that you choose to emulate. And then take that form and bring it into yourself. And that means focus it with your breath again. Go through the process. Navel point, heart center. Embrace the archetypical. Feel it. Let it become who you are. That's the presence of consciousness as an overlay to help you get a feeling of what the relationship could and might be with the intellect, the psychological nature of it, and the biological, physiological nature of it. And you tie that together in some kind of a neurotransmitter-driven, because we are chemical-driven beings. That's the problem here. We don't have a direct connection with we have to go through the chemical synaptic part of this, and that just takes those micromillis, whatever they are, seconds off of we're just slightly lagging here as a biological construct. So fall back, what I always do at this point, fall back into my body. Set my breath again, bring it all the way up to heart center, focus that, reconnect with the 1,000-petal lotus, reconnect with that image, and let that come into my body now. And feeling that, the possibility now of that tree of life, that light, that chakra image here now, becoming set into this biological framework and how that might feel. And then allowing that, okay, well that could be, that's how it might feel if this double helix, the Ida and Pingala, were swirling around and they were starting to affect the organs and affect the body, and you kind of let that happen. That becomes, in a sense, the Kundalini Mata Shakti, as it works through your being, and you take on that image. And that's the idea here of image focus. In other words, focus on yourself always. I'm talking to myself, but talk to yourself the same way. You focus on yourself. That's all that's ever going on here. That's the only ever message is. Focus on yourself. Who are you? But you don't need to answer that in a 3- and 4-dimensional context, but you need to have a focal point of what that might look like as it manifests in your body, karmic situation you find yourself in. And examine that carefully, because that's all that's going on here. This is the life. This is it. Keep reminding you, there's enough neuroplasticity here to change some currents here, to change the overall operating system that we tend to be hypnotized by. And not that you don't need that, not that you just have to upload a lot of links to things here that kind of work with it. And it's a multi-dimensional experience in a sense, because you're talking to a sense unlimited being in yourself that's trying to give yourself, and yourself is trying to give clues back to that multi-dimensional being, saying, I'm not quite getting the message. Can you sharpen it up a bit? How about, what can you do? And a multi-dimensional being is trying to give you an overlay, trying to let the energies just flow through it. Acceptance, grace. And where those two currents of similar energy converge, that's the heart center.